I got it.
4,
Holy
3,
shit.
2, 1. We're up.
What's up, you schmucks? We're back for episode 3. We got a lot to talk about today. First 2 episodes are out. The first one is the definition of a schmuck. Second one is the NFL draft, where we recap of round 1 and a little bit of round 2. Make sure you tune in and check those out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and also make sure you're following our social media accounts on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Our Instagram and Twitter are at LI Schmucks. Facebook is at Long Island Schmucks, and our YouTube is Long Island Schmucks. Make sure you're subscribing, liking, commenting, and make sure you turn those post notifications on.
Greg,
All right, we're back for episode 3, everyone.
Greg, I think they realized that their episode 2 and 1 are out because this is episode 3.
Thanks, Ryan. I just part of the intro, guy. Part of the intro. Okay, so how we doing?
All right,
How is everyone?
hanging in there.
Hanging in there?
Quarantine's starting to kick my ass, but we're
What is this day?
Yeah.
What are we? Day 42? Something like that.
They saw.
We're
not in the
Yeah,
Oh, I
50s.
stopped keeping track.
It's ridiculous at this
Are we
point.
halfway done? Are we halfway done? Do we know
Oh, we're
Nobody
more than
knows.
halfway done, I think.
Nobody knows though.
hopefully-
Like, nobody knows
hopefully.
for real.
that? Well,
Hopefully.
I want them to just open up back everything. Fuck it. If everyone's gonna get it, just fucking let it happen now.
I'm not gonna lie, with the fire department, our call volume, our call volume with like the pandemic and outbreaks. That's what they call like the COVID stuff like that. It's been a lot lower, so like we've been taking them less and less. So like it's good to see that on rescue calls, but it's been absolutely crazy though. But who knows? I have no clue when this is gonna end. Obviously, we're gonna talk about that. A lot of topics we talk about are going to tie into the COVID-19 virus because it's so huge, and we are stuck in our homes, and that's all we can do.
Mm,
And we just
Yeah.
want to milk this
Yeah.
thing till it dies.
exactly.
100%.
Exactly.
Milk
I just
this-
want this thing to end. I'm ready to
know.
get back to normal life. Hopefully, concerts and stuff this summer aren't canceled because
They already are.
Jones Beach is all canceled.
they're all done.
Yeah, they've already,
No, Jimmy-
they've already been canceled.
No, Jimmy- Greg, no
Beaches will
Jimmy
be
Buffett.
That you don't know how much that
hate to see
absolutely
that.
just kills my summer right there.
No Jimmy
You hate to see
Buffett.
it.
Okay, so
Well,
that means
Greg, it's like no, they like people. You can't go to concerts. You can't go to the beach. You can't go to like. I don't understand.
Well,
what
they're
people
still
are
waiting.
going-
They're still waiting to see on the beaches a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
they haven't really said anything.
I don't think
they
it makes any
opened up-
sense to close beaches.
They
honestly.
opened up marinas and stuff like that. Well, the thing with beaches is that people are just gonna flood them.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I mean,
There, I think I was talking to Jake about this. I think last night, Will, after you got off Warzone or something. We think they're just going to start being like as it starts to get nicer because like the weather's been so poor on Long Island for the past for a week or two.
starting
And
at
people
nice,
haven't really been
starting at nice.
driven to go. Yeah, this weekend's the start, but people haven't really been driven to go to the beach. But now that like it's supposed to get nice, we think that people are gonna like they might like have cops there like monitoring just in order for safety, which I think would probably be a good plan.
They
of
also
action.
might like limit the amount of cars that they let into the parking lots.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, so you know how they have like double parking lots on each side? Maybe they'll
Yeah.
only use one half, and that way it limits the amount of people at the beach. But who knows? We still gotta wait and see. By July, this could hopefully all be over. You know.
No, another one of the things that I've looked at. It doesn't pertain to New York in any way, but as you guys know, I'm a huge Disney fanatic and everything, and some of the listeners know the whole Disney reopening and all that. I looked and it's like they're gonna do like 50% capacity.
So that's
And
50,000 people.
Yeah. So 50%
So many
capacity. And
Wait,
not for
on it, no,
Disney.
no, it's not for Disney.
Not for Disney.
It's nothing. 50% capacity at Disney is nothing.
You're
It's
gonna have
Like, how
to.
many people? Wait, what's the normal capacity for like
They
normal
cap
day?
it. They cap it 100,000. They usually see anywhere between like 50 to 80, depending on the time of the year.
Mhm. And
No.
they also said like for the lines for rides, they have to put down like markers on the
Tape
ground.
markers, yeah.
Yeah, to show 6 feet apart.
Yep. Huh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
Mhm.
really crazy.
Insane. COVID-19 is really
Wait, what do you
really
mean
kicking
you're?
our
What do you
asses.
mean you're a big Disney fanatic? I never
I'm a
knew
big
this.
Disney fanatic.
Yeah, I never
Uh,
knew this.
Yeah, so
Dude, so am I.
Dude, I'm huge.
Greg and I
Like,
love Disney.
I've been to Disney tons of times, and like you put me in Disney World.
Oop.
Oh, where did Dan go?
His Wi-Fi probably just kicked out.
Ah,
It's
Oh,
been happening on
these are the technical
Warzone.
difficulties that we have to deal
all
with.
of the videos are all fucked up now, so you're just
Yeah.
gonna see a big old penguin for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Dude, great start.
But
I don't have
anyways,
anything to change to either.
yeah. But anyways, going on with the Disney thing. So I've been to Disney tons of times. I know Disney World inside and out. I applied for the Disney College program, hoping to get in for the spring semester because COVID-19 crushed my dreams of that probably because they cut down all their participants probably by half. Or they may even cancel the entire program fully, and I won't be missing out on anything.
That'll make
So,
you feel a little better, Greg.
it was.
honestly,
Sure it
honestly, it would. Honestly, it
there
would.
you go.
Yeah, it really would make me feel a little bit better.
It's all right, Greg. We'll go
Dude,
stay in my house.
I was just to show you how much of a Disney fanatic I am.
Dan, hold up. Thanks for fucking up my video.
I was watching. I was watching on YouTube. They have the virtual fireworks show of Happily Ever After.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh my
Dude.
God.
I was crying. I was crying. I was
Come on.
crying. I'm
Come
saying,
on, man.
dude, listen. There's something about that show that just gets to me. Honestly, it
touches
gets
you?
to me. It touches my soul. It touches my, and also the fact that I didn't get into the program is just like it just rips out my heart. So
Greg, I bet I've done something that you have never done at Disney.
okay, go for it.
In high school, big up Hartfield's marching band. I was in marching band, played the trumpet. I was a fucking.
Did not do that. I did not do that.
was
You
a
played the
beast.
trumpet. You played the
Anyway,
trumpet.
hold on. We marched down Main Street with at nighttime with green lights on our like all our instruments. It was
Ah,
pretty-
that's cool. That's sick.
pretty
That's
lit,
awesome.
honestly. Yeah,
That's
like,
awesome.
Greg, I want to do next time I go. I want to do the early morning thing where you go into Hollywood Studios and do
Oh, dude, I'm there.
you
I-
go
I-
like an
I'm
hour and a
there.
half before the park opens.
Dude, that's what I do at every single park. That's what I do. I
No.
schedule my day. Yeah, to go in an hour earlier for extra magic hours.
It's not extra magic hours. It's
Oh,
the
what you
special
pay,
thing-
right?
It's the special thing that you pay
Oh
for
yeah.
for
I've
only
never been to
only
Universal.
Hollywood Studios.
For only Hollywood Studios.
I think it's only for Toy Story Land too. I'm not too sure.
All right, cool.
They
cool.
feed you like you go in like really early.
I'm down. Let's do it.
See, the
Go
only
stay,
thing,
Greg. We'll go stay at my house.
the only
I'm
thing
down.
I
Let's do it, man.
remember
Let's
from
do it.
Disney is Disney Epcot. Is that the
Yeah.
ball thing?
Yeah,
That ball
I've got-
thing, that's the best ride on the planet. I don't know why. I love
Spaceship
it.
Earth.
No,
Spaceship Earth. That's the best
no,
ride. in
no,
the
no,
park.
no,
Underrated.
no, 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 no.
Underrated.
No, 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 no,
Yes,
no.
yes,
Is
the
that
one in
the-
the ball.
Is that the big ball, right?
Yes, the one in the
It
ball.
goes
Yes,
really
it's called
slow.
Spaceship Earth.
Yeah, and then you gotta
It's
go
like
through
evolution.
like all the.
Okay,
You gotta go
Greg,
through
when
all
all,
the.
Greg, when all this
the-
is over, you got to take me to Disney. You're just gonna educate me, okay, bud?
Oh, dude, I will educate you.
Disney, are you, Greg, are you paying for all of us?
Dan's got to stop being a baby and get on some roller coasters.
I'll pay for all the boys.
We don't
Damn.
Huh,
even
Dan?
pay for a
Huh? You
hotel,
you
though.
cut out.
You cut out everything you
Wait,
said.
hang on. So I have Walmart. I have Walmart internet.
Yes, you do. Walmart Wi-Fi, baby.
My
You're
AirPods.
still cutting out, bro. You literally
it should
sound
be
like
back now. It should be back now.
it's still
So-
cutting out, bro.
You're cutting out. So
I'm not. I host this
was-
fucking podcast.
So I
Dan,
was
talk.
trying to say that I haven't been there since second grade because I'm terrified of roller coasters. I don't know what it is.
Dude, the
Oh
roller
my
coasters aren't even
God.
bad there.
Roller
It's
coasters.
there's like 5-year-olds that go on them.
Literally,
Bro.
the only roller coasters that are really there is like, I don't know.
Rock and roller
Space-
coaster and
Space
Expedition
Mountain.
Everest. Space Mountain isn't even bad.
I
Space
loved
Mountain,
Space Mountain when I went on.
Rock and
It was
roller
a good
coaster.
time.
Everest,
What's-
and I would even say like Tower of Terror.
Tower of
That's
Terror.
literally
Yeah.
God
it.
no. God no. I would never.
Alright,
go
What
on
are the
any of
ones that
those.
you have like the big drop on? Is that the Tower of Terror?
That's Tower of
Tower of
Terror.
Terror.
That's the
Yeah,
best
no,
ride
John,
there.
Nope.
Oh,
Me,
That's
me,
the best
love
ride
those.
there.
no, me and Dan both we'll be sitting there just on the bench eating
And Greg and I will be there
No,
having
so,
a good
like,
time, hanging out.
My thing is now, like, since I'm 21, my goal is to not be like, I'm ready to go on every roller coaster, but I want to try and like conquer a little bit of my fear and go on like some of the smaller ones. So I feel like
Cool.
Disney would be a good place for
So
me
we're
to
gonna
It
go
go.
would
on
be a
King
great
Top.
place.
We're gonna go on.
You're out of your
bet,
mind. I will
bet,
never.
bet.
I
I-
will never ever go on King Ka in my life. You could
I-
literally knock me out. I would wake up if I was near King Ka, and I would fight you to get out of your arms. before
And
going
you
on
would
that roller
lose, and
coaster.
I would put you in the seat, and you would go on King Ka.
Boys,
No.
we had a
Dude,
we
I'm
had
telling
a,
you,
uh,
you would have
Alright,
to all
alright.
over you.
Is
Alright,
King the Ka the
let's-
one you go you forward and then backwards? Or am I
No, that's
completely wrong?
Everest.
That's Expedition Everest.
That's Everest at
okay.
Disney.
Okay,
King Ka
okay.
is at Six Flags.
Oh, hey,
let's really get into the topics now that we have
sir.
set for us. So first one, let's talk about the professional sports seasons and how they are going to be affected. So MLB season, there's talk about changing up the divisions. MLB is discussing a plan to start season in late June, playing in home stadiums with realigned league. So basically, they'll be playing in the divisions will be realigned to where basically the American League and National League are combined based on their regions, from East, West, and Central. You want me to go through those teams real quick, guys?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
So-
let's do it.
Yeah, so in the East, we got the Yankees, the Mets, the Boston Red Sox, Washington Nationals, Baltimore Orioles, Philadelphia Phillies, Pittsburgh Pirates, Toronto Blue Jays, Tampa Bay Rays, and the Miami Marlins. In the West, we have the Dodgers, Angels, San Francisco Giants, Oakland Athletics, San Diego Padres, Arizona Diamondbacks, Colorado Rockies, Texas Rangers, Houston Astros, Seattle Mariners. And then in the Central, the Cubs, the White Sox, the Milwaukee Brewers, the St. Louis Cardinals, Kansas City Royals, Cincinnati Reds, Cleveland Indians, Minnesota Twins, Braves, and Tigers.
Honestly, I'm kind of excited for that.
That'll be cool.
I think it'll just like switch up the narrative of baseball, and like
Yeah.
Mhm.
once the playoffs come around and the possibility of like the Yankees and playing the Mets in
Oh,
like
yeah.
an early playoff series, or like the Mets playing the Red Sox, it'll just change it up, and I think it'll be actually really good for baseball that there's a slight switch.
Yeah.
Have they said anything about adding more teams to the playoffs in case there's like a shortened season? Because I know NHL's
well,
talking about like a
yeah,
24 team
well,
playoff.
I'm thinking right now. So the division would be kept. Okay, the divisions would keep many of the natural rivals together while playing one another before an expanded playoff format.
Okay, so they'll add
so
more
the
teams.
expanded playoff format, they don't have it listed right here. It's going to be 100 regular season games. This is the remember, this is just the proposed.
Right. This is
like,
like the Players
idea.
Association is just talking about this.
Exactly, yeah.
Right.
So MLB is considering a 3-division, 10-team plan in which teams play only within their division.
Yeah.
A concept gaining support among owners and executives. It would abolish the traditional American National Leagues.
Yeah,
and
but
realign the
the thing
divisions.
that, what's
By the
it
way,
called?
I just want to say this is from USA Today.
So like
Yeah,
the thing
and-
that people were sorry Dan, the thing that people were saying was like it's a possibility of like negative teams, like worse teams making the playoffs though. Like if you have obviously less wins than losses, they can still make the playoffs. I don't know how, but I'm pretty sure I had the discussion in one of my sport classes. That's why like the PA and people like didn't really like the format.
Yeah.
Proposed format because
Well,
like
yeah. I could
they
see
have
it upsetting a lot of
change.
people because like now the Mets are in a division with the Red Sox and the Yankees and Tampa Bay, who's been stepping up lately and stuff like that.
Mhm.
That's what I was gonna say
it,
too.
It puts them in a tougher spot.
Yeah.
But but they got to limit travel, and I see why they want to do it, to limit the travel and
Yeah. Another thing
like
that
that.
they were saying was that they were probably going to play in like Arizona, Texas, and Florida only,
yeah,
like playing there.
that'll never happen though.
That's
Well, no,
like I don't know.
It'll never happen because
can-
players won't play because then they're going to be pulled for their families for an entire season. It'll never
The
happen.
only reason it's possible is because that's where spring training is held.
Yeah.
Yes, but they're only down there
So-
for a few weeks.
No, they're down there from
They're down there 2
February
months,
until the
2
start of the
months.
season.
2 months. 2
2
months.
But
Okay.
it's just like, but these
100
players
game
want to get.
season.
these players want to get back on the field as bad as we want to see them on the field, and I think they understand the sacrifices that they're going to have to take in this period, where knowing it's a temporary fix, they're not going to be down there forever, like for the rest of their careers. I think they
No,
might
but
be
it still
willing
sucks.
since they understand the sacrifices. I agree.
And I
But
know
I'm
a
just
lot of
saying, like-
teams. Sorry to cut you off, but like I know a lot of players and teams like agreed and actually pushed forward like double headers like almost 3 times a week.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
they're
that's how baseball
willing
used
to
to be, though.
do like double headers 3 times a week.
That's how baseball used to be. You used to just have like at least one doubleheader a week, like when our
Mhm.
parents were our age.
What am I?
Okay,
I
bye,
think
Greg.
that I
Um,
I think the change for baseball, like Will was talking about, I just think baseball needs to switch up. I think for viewership wise, like obviously I still watch it. I grind out and watch it. It's hard, but like I think maybe you guys have this too. Like when you watch an NFL game and I watch like a hockey game, I watch it
Sorry
from
about that, guys.
I watch it from start to finish. When you guys watch a baseball game, it's like background noise, right? It's so hard to
No.
watch. Honestly,
Depends on the
that's
game. Depends on the game.
okay.
Yeah.
You're
Big
definitely
time
right.
depends on the game.
Because like a committed fan, like a really committed fan, is not gonna watch 162 of those games from start of the first pitch to the last pitch, in my opinion.
Whenever I went to a Mets game, it was always me just like getting so distracted I start looking at a girl.
Yeah, but Andrew, I don't watch all 82 games of the Rangers, you know.
I mean, yes, but I just think when we're
It's-
talking about the format of like changing up the format, I just think because like they're talking about switching up a lot of things, trying to making the game faster. It's a little mundane. Like they'll take a lot of breaks, stepping out of the box, fixing their
Well, they're
gloves,
limited to
stuff like
amount of
that.
times that they could do that now.
Yeah,
That's
100%.
ridiculous, though.
That's,
You know.
that's what we're talking about. I know people have their ways, you know what I mean, to like do that what they do every bat, but it's just pretty interesting. I guess we'll see.
Yeah. It's
so
definitely something to
Andrew,
go off of for all leagues.
Yeah, Stan. what's
yeah.
up?
So Andrew, you and I are both Mets fans,
Yeah.
and Will, you and Ryan, sorry, and Will and Greg, you guys are both Yankee fans.
Yeah.
You guys are probably looking at this division, and you're kind of like, all right, this doesn't seem like much of a change. Like it's still a relatively easy division.
Pretty
Like
sim-
we
it's
shouldn't have much of a
pretty
problem.
I mean,
Similar
I mean,
almost.
it's not like
We keep
The
Tampa
only
Bay, we
difference
keep the Red
is-
Sox.
yeah,
you know,
we keep basically the entire AL East. Like it's
there's only
fine.
a few switches.
That's what I'm
And-
saying. But I'm saying,
yeah.
like, for you guys, like the National League teams that are added in, like, they don't pose much of a threat to you. Like, they're not going to keep up with
Yeah,
the New
I-
York Yankees.
At all.
I mean,
Honestly,
Nationals,
I didn't really
Phillies-
see anybody in the league posing a big threat besides the Dodgers with Mookie.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
as
Yankees don't have anything to
listen,
worry about.
as much as the Astros are scumbags, they still put up a fight. Like
They're still
Yeah.
a great team.
that's another
but-
question actually. How is this season going to come into play? And all like literally, it has been so long now since like everyone's talked about the Astros cheating.
They're not
Like
going to forget
that's
about
not
it.
even going to be. No, I honestly don't think it's even going to come into play now, which kind of sucks because I was really looking forward to seeing Altuve get hit with the ball every 5 pitches.
Greg, remember what was it? Oh, the Bryce Harper. When he
Yeah.
was in the playoffs, I forget who he was playing, but he hit a home run and he was running around the bases and the pitcher was yelling something at him. He didn't wind up playing the guy or facing him again like till 2 years later.
Yeah.
The guy beamed him first pitch.
Yeah, I
No,
remember that. Yeah.
2 years.
Wasn't it
dude.
Hunter Strickland?
That's who it
Yeah.
was. That's who
Hunter
it was.
Strickland on the Giants.
The Giants. Yeah.
And then they got into that big brawl.
Yeah.
But
That's
also
when,
like
that's when he threw the
that's
hat,
different,
the
I
helmet,
feel
and it went
like, though.
sideways.
that's different. Like there's been just so much that's like going on. Like who knows? Maybe they don't forget about it. Maybe some players are still like some
There's
pitchers.
going to be some
pitchers in
retaliation.
general. I think the one guy who I can pinpoint that is gonna probably not forget about it.
Kershaw.
Besides
Kershaw.
the Yankees and
Kershaw.
Kershaw, Trevor Bauer,
Yeah.
who's on the Reds. That's the one guy who's gonna. Well, I mean, he's not even gonna get to play him anymore because it's, the divisions are all messed up
Telling you,
now.
it'll happen
But-
next season.
That
I
what-
guarantee it.
Yeah, I will say that the West division that they have set up is very interesting.
Wait,
they have
so
the
does
Dodgers
well,
and the Astros in the same.
I was gonna say
same
Houston
division.
is in the same division as the Dodgers now.
That is interesting.
Dude, you're gonna get retaliation from those pitchers.
So let's see.
100%. There's no question that they're going to get beamed.
So
It
you're
doesn't matter.
basically. So you have one. They're saying 100 game season, right?
100 to 110 is the projected.
Okay, so I'll say 100. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you have 11. So you're gonna play on an average of 9 games against each team.
Did you just do 100 divided by 11?
Yeah, I did. I didn't feel like doing it in my head, honestly.
Oh boy.
Oh
So-
God.
Yeah, I didn't feel like doing it in my head. Listen, COVID-19 is doing things to me. Okay.
Oh stop.
But
So shut up. So
I want to
what?
I want to go back
Huh?
to the original point I was making. I
Yeah.
was trying to make before when I was saying how you guys aren't really phased by the added National League teams.
Mhm.
Andrew and Ryan, as Met fans, we were looking
I'm
like we were gonna have
scared.
a decent year in this division. You know, like we signed some players, we signed some pitchers, we
did?
Cespedes is coming back. He restructured his contract.
Dude, I don't follow baseball that much, but I
we-
used to go to the games. So
Cespedes restructured his contract. You know, like everything was looking up for the Mets. Like their
Everything
front
was
office
going
actually
great.
made
And look
moves
what happened.
that they needed to move for the
It's
first
true.
time. I know, and it's like I was thinking like maybe because like the Phillies were supposed to win the division last year and they were horrible. They were just not a good baseball team.
Yep.
You know, the Nationals kind of came out of nowhere. Like nobody expected them to even be good because they lost Harper. But it's like all of a sudden, like the Mets finally made the moves that they were supposed to make, like moves that they needed.
okay.
It was like, wow, like the Mets might actually be taking a turn for like the better of the franchise, and then all of a sudden we get bombarded with these powerhouse American League East teams.
I don't really,
the
I
thing
don't really
is-
remember. I don't really remember how the Nationals do. I'm not even sure.
Wait.
Oh
can I add
wait.
something?
Oh wait. I
Not
think
sure.
they won the
They won the World
the
Series.
World Series
Can
that
I-
I kind of
and beat
predicted.
cheating
Oh,
Astros?
yeah.
Can I add something real quick with the Mets?
Go
So,
Ryan, what's up?
with the Mets, literally the only reason why we lose is because our back end pitchers. They suck.
It's very
Like,
true.
Cespedes will
the-
throw
he's not
a
wrong.
beautiful
The
game.
bullpen-
He isn't wrong.
Honestly,
And guess what?
Cespedes will
Wait,
throw
wait,
a
wait.
beautiful
You know what?
game.
Who can throw a beautiful game?
Wait, what?
Oh, wait, not Cespedes. Fuck. What's his goddamn name?
DeGrom.
DeGrom. That's his fucking name. I have.
DeGrom.
No. What's the other guy? Is this the other guy with the C?
Syndergaard.
Syndergaard. Jesus, I had the two confused.
Oh my God, Cespedes. Hold on.
Cespedes.
That's right.
Throwing.
Well,
This
like-
is why I don't
Talking
talk
about
about
the Mets?
sports.
Hold on, Ryan. You can when you're talking about the Mets now, you cannot say we as it's your team if you don't know. If you think that Yoenis Cespedes pitches,
Yeah.
I
Hey,
fucked
bud.
up there. I literally have I have a Syndergaard jersey, like not a like one a nice one too.
wait, what
But I
number
just
is he?
fuck-
No, I've seen you wear
That I
it.
don't know.
69.
What, are you,
That I don't know. Well, I don't follow it like that.
you're putting up 43, bud.
Oh, the camera reverses it.
Okay, so
So if we
obviously-
really want to talk about that, the real problem is the Mets hitters. Like our batters, when we have like our best pitchers on the mound, just don't produce. Like they'll give like 6 support runs to Jason Vargas, and then DeGrom's on, and they don't score a run, and they lose 1-0. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point. So it's just like it was a little disheartening for me to see this list of teams because I was like, wow, we might actually be okay this year. And then it's just like, oh, here's the Yankees and here's the Red Sox and here's the up and coming
Well,
Rays. See what you can do.
Honestly, the Red Sox are absolute. I think they're absolute trash now.
They're
Like,
trash now.
They're
Yeah,
not
they
even
lost a lot of
good.
people.
They're
That's
trash.
true.
Chris Sale's done for the season.
Chris Sale's
They
done for the season. They lost
traded
Mookie.
Price and Mookie.
They
So
lost Mookie.
honestly,
They lost
so-
Price.
Let's say in the East, top threats: Yankees, Nationals. I'll say
Tampa
the
Bay.
Mets.
Tampa Bay.
I have to put the
I'll
Mets.
say the
I have
Mets.
to put the Mets up.
I'll say the
there.
Mets. Mets usually have a pretty good,
I
strong
think the
like
Mets are
beginning
good
of the
for a wild
season.
card. Mets are good for a while, at least a
And
wild
that's the
card.
thing too, because they did improve their bullpen a little bit. Like I think they added 1 or 2 guys to the bullpen who might help.
They have
that, like
Betances
6,
now.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
They have
They got
Betances. They have
Betances.
Porcello.
Yep, they got Porcello.
They signed Mike Waka from the Cardinals to add another guy into that starting rotation who's a good pitcher.
Mhm.
So it's like the pitching is their strong suit, and against the Yankees, you got to have good pitching if you want to even
Mhm.
like if you want to
Compete.
compete with the Yankees, you got to have guys who are going to be able to
Mhm.
go lights out.
Yeah, and then so East we got obviously Yankees, Mets, Nationals are basically our favorites. Rays. West we got probably Dodgers, Astros, and
The
know what?
Dodgers are unbelievable this year with the addition of Price
Yeah, it's-
and Betts. It's unreal.
it's insane. And that also I think a big sleeper team in that division will be the San Diego Padres.
Oh yeah, Padres are nice. Yeah,
Fernando Tatis is a stud,
Padres
and you
are
got
nice.
Manny Machado, obviously. Eric
Manny Mo.
Hosmer. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
And
going to
then
be a good
Chris
team. They're gonna be
Paddock, who's a
dangerous this
solid
year.
pitcher. Yeah.
I
so-
mean,
and
they drastically improved from going like worst in the league when they had when they
they're
held
great
the
now.
All-Star
They're
game.
pretty good.
When they held the All-Star game, they were like worst in the league, and then they got
Mhm.
Machado, and they stepped up a little bit, and now they could really be like a pretty serious like
Well, I'm excited.
playoff push team.
I'm definitely excited to see that because like that's how a team's supposed to do it. You're supposed to go from worst to best. Worst
Oh
to
yeah.
first.
Yep.
That's what sports is about. Building
Yeah.
it from the farm, building it up, type of thing. But
Mhm.
I know we're talking about like the MLB a lot, but the format we're trying to bring up is this is obviously happening in all sports. We're talking
Mhm.
about that a lot. Talking about the NBA, they just postponed the draft lottery. The combine's postponed due to the coronavirus. If you boys want to talk about that and what the effects will be, will they continue the season? Again, it's all up in the air. It's all speculation. But what do you guys think?
I think they'll cancel the season.
I don't think they will.
I've heard a lot of different rumors that they're planning on continuing eventually, but it just seems like at this point you're so far removed, it doesn't feel like it's going to be the same season. Like they were three-quarters of the way through, and then they had to stop, understandably. And now, like, to just bring it back like 2 months later, 3 months later after the season ended, it's not going to feel the same. Like you're going to have guys back out there who were injured who shouldn't be back out there. Like it's just going to change the game around a lot. I think they should just
It's the same thing
cancel it.
with the NHL
Yeah.
because they're like the same timeline almost.
Yeah.
Well,
I
don't think that it's tough because then you think the one thing I think about is all the rookies and the whole combine and lottery and the draft all being delayed and all that. And I'm just thinking of the timeline of the offseason and all that because that's huge. The NBA players love their offseason. Like
Yeah.
that's it's big. They're playing pretty much every single day. They need a solid offseason. And if they do bring it back end of July, if anything, I feel like end of July, early August, if anything. But then you're talking, do you
You're
go
almost on
straight
the
into
same
playoffs?
Timeline as you're like 2 months off from almost the same timeline as the regular season.
Yeah, well, they said if anything, they're going to delay the start of the next season to December.
And just have a short
Exactly.
season.
That's
So-
yeah, that's what they're that's what they're bringing up with the NHL. They're possibly wanting to push back games, start next season in December, just like with the NBA, and they're trying to do it. And so the games would be pushed back into like late July, but just to finish out this season, and then they would continue with that potential 24 team format, or they're talking about based on point percentage too. So the Islanders would actually make the playoffs and the Rangers wouldn't. Type of thing. But
No,
it's-
the Rangers would because they're only one spot out.
no, the Rangers wouldn't. If it was a playoff percentage, I mean, this is off tangent, but if it was a playoff percentage right now, the Rangers are out and the Islanders are in. The
Rangers
it's,
are out
Yeah, it's if they start today with playoff
because they have
percentage,
more games played.
it would be Bruins, Islanders, Lightning, Maple Leafs, Capitals, Hurricanes, Flyers, Penguins, and the Rangers would be one spot out if it was playoff percentage.
No, they're gonna
point
bump. No, they're gonna bump it up to 12 teams.
Yeah,
They're
it's all
bumping it up
gonna
to
be-
a 12-team
Right.
format.
Oh yeah,
That's,
you're
what
right.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like the Rangers are out. I'm
No,
like
you're right.
they're bumping up to a 12-team format.
But again, who knows what's gonna happen? Honestly, I think I think what we need to do as sports fans, it's never gonna happen. We just need to shut up because obviously we want sports. We talked about the NFL draft and like how big of an event it was. And obviously how many people watched it because that was our saving grace. If we didn't have that, I feel like we would go mad because what's the next
Yeah.
sporting event? UFC 249, right?
Mhm.
May 9th.
Yep.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm set to watch that, but I've been watching, like we talked about, I've been watching bowling, I've been watching curling. Like I'm going mad. I've been watching the Ocho. We're all
Watching
getting,
curling?
we're all, yeah.
I'm
I'm going
ESPN
at my
8, the
brain.
show is tomorrow.
I need competition. Anyway, like I was saying, I think we just need to stop because what we don't understand, I mean, we should understand is obviously they don't want to make the first move. These leagues are waiting for each league to make the first move and like the next big thing to make the first move because if they screw up, you know how terrible of a PR that is in the world we live in today? How terrible that would be if they're like, okay, you know what, we're going to start up the NHL for one reason. And then someone gets it and then they have to shut it down again. Do you know how much of an outrage that would be? And then, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it would just
Yep.
it would just be a shot in the foot, 100%. It's just a shot in the foot. So obviously, we have to be patient with this. Obviously, it's never happened before.
Reminds me of
I
the
just wish
lockout a few
people-
years ago, Andrew.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
You don't know what to. You just don't know what to do because we're so used. I'm so used to going from, hockey, baseball, football every year, same thing over and
Yeah.
over. It's been a part of our lives for 15,
Yep.
16 years since we started watching sports.
Very true.
And now they just take it away. It's huge for someone like
Yeah.
Ryan who's not really like into sports. It's obviously it's hard for them to relate, but like people who know sports obviously are freaking hurting right now, 100%.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I'm having a grand old time.
Not affecting
The
Ryan.
thing
at all.
that-
yeah, Ryan's not even in quarantine. This is just Ryan every day.
This is no.
100%.
This is me every single day, sitting on my butt,
Like I'm
playing
saying,
video games.
you know
until
how
I die.
long Ryan? Do you know how long Ryan has been training for
I've
COVID?
been waiting for
This
COVID-19.
kid, I would draft this kid number 1 overall. No
In the
doubt.
COVID
This kid's
Who
my
had the number one pick in the COVID-19 draft?
Ryan Hill.
No doubt. This kid trains
getting
my
A+
other
rating.
boys to play on my team. Okay.
Yeah.
But Andrew, to your point, I do agree that sports fans need to shut up, but to a point.
Yeah.
Obviously, no one's gonna stop completely talking because we miss sports, like you said.
Of course not. No.
I think that sports fans need to stop complaining. Like, you shouldn't have canceled this. You shouldn't have done this. You need to bring it back now. I expect to see the first game tomorrow. It's like, what are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
the safety and the lives of people are involved.
Exactly.
In this. I don't.
Just people
I
need to
don't give a
take
damn
step
about
back.
your entertainment.
Yep. It's a game.
Like-
At the end of the day, it's a game. People, it's 100% a game. We watch games. Unfortunately, we take
Yeah.
it really seriously. But obviously, it's people's jobs and they make a lot of money. But they're worrying about the safety of others, and obviously, we just need to understand that and wait for it to come back because it will come back. It just sucks
Like-
because it's going to be a long time.
As
Yeah.
much as it does suck to hear, I can guarantee you Rob Manfred, Roger Goodell, Gary Bettman, and Adam Silver are not sitting there thinking, wow, how can I make these fans entertained to the best of my ability? Like, no, he's like, how can I keep my players safe?
Yep.
The only
100%.
person who's sitting there and saying, I want to keep my fans entertained is Dana White.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
He's
he's,
the
a,
only
he's,
one.
But it's
he's a
it's
boss
easy to
man, but,
it's
like-
easy to do that though when there's only 2 people in the octagon.
Exactly.
No.
You know,
Agreed.
they
It's
get
very
tested.
different.
They get tested right before they go in.
Mhm.
You know, there's got to be rules and regulations that they have to strictly
Yeah,
follow.
UFC's a totally different animal compared to like
Right.
the rest of the general sports, no doubt.
Yeah.
It's a very different thing to commission because, like you said, there's only 2 people. It's not, it's 2 people in the octagon, and then you have like their coaches and their medical staff. But it's not, in the NFL, you got like 40 plus guys on the sideline. In
Right.
the NBA, you got 5 guys
People
on the
sitting
court
on a
for
bench
each
like
team,
sitting on the
7
bench
on the
like
bench,
this.
not including people who don't play and they're reserved. And then you have your medical staff, your head coach, your assistant coaches, your assistant head coaches, and all that. It's a very different animal. And the MLB, as
Yeah.
spread out as they are on the field, in the dugout, they're right
Yeah,
next
like
to
you
each
said
other.
last
Yeah.
episode. Yeah, there's
Well,
a maximum of 16 people on a UFC card. Like, there's honestly not a lot of people that Dana White has to worry about. Once he gets the card out, all he has to worry about is setting good matchups up, which he's really good at doing. But then that's all he has to worry about. There's just so much more to think about. Sorry, Greg, what were you gonna say?
Yeah. So one of the things that me and my family talks about is there's something called herd immunity, and it's one of the things that helps your immune system actually run.
Uh-huh.
So this is what I don't get about everyone staying inside all the time, is the only way that you can fight a virus is by being exposed to it.
Yeah.
By building up the antibodies to it. So what's the point of, so say everyone was out at one point, everyone is in quarantine now. Everyone goes back out. One person has it. No one's immune to it. Everyone's going to get infected again.
But
Mhm.
you know, it's funny you say that because we're also
Like-
losing I'm going out every day, but
Yeah.
if you stay inside and don't go out, like even just going for a walk around the neighborhood or walking around your
You're
backyard,
even more unhealthy.
you're losing antibodies to
Exactly.
the flu, to common colds, and the common cold is going to act like a flu when you get it because
Exactly.
your body has like literally just not been outside for weeks, months, and
It's
just
like
killing your immune system.
everyone forgets that you're made in a certain way and you have an immune system. Everyone forgets that you actually have an immune system that helps you stay healthy.
Yeah.
So like the only way to help that immune system grow is to go out into public and have herd immunity so you can be stronger.
Will, are you saying that I'm gonna die?
What?
Yeah, you are gonna die. Everybody
Well,
dies.
Ryan, honestly, if you stay inside all the time and then go outside and you're exposed to all bacteria, all germs, you're gonna get sick. You're more likely to
gonna
get
get
sick.
sick.
Someone else.
This household is a dirty household. I think.
No wonder Ryan stays inside.
Ryan, but you go to
He doesn't go
school,
out.
you come in contact with like everybody at chapter and everybody at school. Like you leave the house all the
So
time.
yeah,
but like
yeah,
when you sit inside for weeks at a time,
Mhm.
like a month, you're gonna go outside and you're gonna go to the supermarket and you're gonna get sick.
yeah. So think about this. So you have little kids, obviously, like preschoolers, they're sick all the time. Their noses are always running all the time.
Yeah, it's gross.
Always sick. It's disgusting. But that's how kids' immunities grow. They get sick, they get sick, they get sick,
Exactly.
and then they build up all the antibodies to get healthy. So what the world is doing right now, again, you want to keep everyone safe, but in reality, you're not keeping everyone safe because everyone could just get sick again. Like I don't get it. I don't get the whole logic behind it.
Yeah, they
There's one
say
thing.
isolation is the worst possible thing.
It's so bad.
There's
It's
one
so
thing,
bad.
There's one thing good that will come out of this at the end of the day. If this all blows over, who knows when, and it's all gone, it's all in the past. I hope human beings are going to appreciate how good our normal life is.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, I don't know how many humans are going to realize that, but how many just walking out, like texting my friends or you guys, honestly, yo, let's go out to the bar. Let's go out to the bar and have drinks. We can't even do that. Obviously, when you do it on a normal basis, you don't appreciate something like that. But during these times, obviously, we would so wish to be in a bar right now with Kevin and Changing Times, just slugging a free brew.
Shout out Kevin.
Brews back. So,
But
I hope
it's
that
crazy
happens.
that you talk about like being in a bar because like my birthday's in like 17 days now.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's supposed to be like your 21st birthday, your wedding,
No,
and
this
when your
kid's
kid
been
and when your
waiting.
kids and when your kids are born, it's supposed to be like the 3 best days of your life.
This kid's
like,
waiting.
Mhm.
Willie,
I'm gonna have
Willie,
to have
don't
a-
you worry.
I'm
We're
gonna have to have a
nice
fake.
night.
I'm gonna have to have a fake 21st birthday when this is all over because
Yeah.
you know
Yeah. It sucks.
But again,
It's so terrible and it's unhealthy. The entire thing is unhealthy. Yep.
Yeah.
Mentally and physically. Okay. Let's
Ryan,
go to the
what-
next thing.
Ryan, were you gonna say something, bro? Okay. Oh my God.
Okay. How about this? Let's go movies. The movies.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me pull it up.
Okay.
Okay, so I mentioned it- I
Movies.
mentioned
Run it
to you
down.
guys. I saw the article. I mean, it's just amazing because like when you think about it, the article title is "Experts Suggest AMC theaters would be closing down permanently." And when we think about it, like obviously no one's going to the movie theater and all that stuff. No one's going anywhere, and that's their sole revenue source. The company was planning to close all locations for 6 to 12 weeks. Now now the date is rating something like that. They're like rating over debts, but like now we had Disney Plus that just came out.
Mhm.
Literally I'm sure you guys have it. I have it. It's amazing. Like Disney Plus as a service, like on top of Netflix, on top of Hulu. Just to think about like how they're gonna how is a movie theater that solely relies on movies going to come out on top of this? I don't think it's physically possible. for
It's
them
not.
to-
Well, it's
They
not.
can.
But so see, what's good about having a movie theater when this ends is people are gonna really miss the movie theaters because people
That's the biggest
love
thing.
people love dropping movies when they come out. Greg, we did
Yeah.
it with Endgame. People love doing that with big time movies. But I think the issue with this is that no movies are in production right now.
Mhm.
And like the movies that were scheduled to be released, like
all
this
delayed.
month, next
They're
month,
pushed
and July and stuff like that, like it creates an issue.
See,
Like you can't drop all those movies at once.
What I think would be the smartest thing to do is to re-release remastered versions of very, very good classics like Godfather, like Star Wars.
They do that. They
like-
do that though.
They do that, but
Yeah.
if they do that with like a movie that hasn't been remastered and people will
Ryan,
go
do you-
see it, people will
Brian,
love
do you mean
that.
in the beginning, like just to get people back in the
Just to
theater?
get people back in the theater, just have
Like
that
didn't they
sense of
release
community.
Jaws last summer in theaters?
Yes, but that was
Yeah,
because it
yeah.
was like the 25th or
Yeah,
the 30th.
but, like,
anniversary
I-
of
like,
it or
same-
They
whatever.
do that
Same
for all,
concept.
all old movies.
Yeah,
they
I think
do
they
that.
did The Wizard of Oz like last year too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Also.
they're doing that too
Yeah.
much.
So-
That's
so
another
he-
topic for another
he-
day.
No.
Here's what I thought. I've thought this for a while now. So we see like Netflix is taking over, like Netflix, Hulu,
Yeah.
Disney Plus, whatever streaming service.
Hold on, Greg. Hold on. I don't want to cut you off, but I
Yeah.
gotta run a little bit early. Gotta go take care of the chapter.
I mean, like this is gonna
okay.
be weird then. So
It's not
I-
gonna be weird.
well,
It's
the
just-
only
just-
problem is that
I'll
my
see it,
video
Will.
is gonna be all
Go.
fucked up.
You'll figure it out, Ryan.
Go well, we'll figure it out.
Can you? Oh, fuck.
Okay, let's continue. So, what I was saying, what was I saying? God damn it!
The
Streaming
streaming
services,
service,
Streaming
Hulu,
services.
Netflix, Disney Plus.
Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, all that. That like, I think that like movies should just come out on that. Like honestly, all of them.
But
Uh-huh.
see, the biggest thing to me is like, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I don't go as often as I used to. But I love going to the movies.
Oh yeah,
Like, there's just something about the experience of like, going there, getting your popcorn, paying $700 for a ticket, popcorn and a soda to
Mhm.
see a movie for an hour and a half. Literally, like your entire month's salary you drop for one night at the movies.
Yeah,
But like, there's just something about the experience of like going to a theater, like with friends or with a significant other or
yeah,
whoever you might be going with, and just like sitting there with that huge screen in front of you, like knowing it's going to be cold, so you bring a sweatshirt, like like there's just
Mhm.
something about the movie theater that's different from sitting down on my couch like a lazy person and just watching TV.
You know what's
yeah.
You know what's do you know what's honestly, do you know what's crazy? I mentioned this to my brother yesterday. It like we talking about appreciation, all that stuff, and how much stuff we would want to do that we did in our normal lives. I saw the Impractical Jokers movie like March, I don't even know, like 12th or 14th, I don't even remember, like 13th, something like that, maybe even later, with my family, with my siblings, and
Mhm.
that was not too long ago. And I was like, dude, that was literally a month and like 10 days ago. And now I'm not even allowed out of my house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, no, and Dan, like, there's no doubt you're totally right about the movie theater experience. Like, I love going to the movie theaters. Like,
yeah, it's
obviously,
so
like
different.
we've gone to the movie theaters together, you and me, thousands
Plenty
of
of times.
plenty of times,
Yeah.
going to see movies and everything, and having a great time doing it. Going to the movies, going to Applebee's after,
Yeah.
it's a thing that like we just love to do.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking of this from a money perspective. Where movie theaters are right now, I don't know how they can actually recover from all this.
Well, what needs to happen is
It's
because
tough.
how I was saying, you spend literally like $700 to go see one movie in one night.
Yeah.
What needs to happen is like if these movie theaters do go out of business, you need to. I think what we might see is more independent companies starting to buy them, like the South Bay movie theater. Like that's an independently owned movie
Uh-huh.
theater,
Yeah.
and it's so much less expensive.
Yeah.
The old Babylon Village movie theater, that was independently owned, and it was so much less expensive. It's like,
Yeah.
That article was just about AMC's. You know what I mean? That was just
No,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah, but also that's saying something because AMC's is the biggest movie theater company in the world. So that's huge. Another thing that I have thought about, actually, I said this to my dad a couple of weeks ago. There is going to be, after this, a huge market for drive-in movie theaters.
dude,
Think
I
about
want to
it.
go back.
Think
dude.
about
I
it.
want those to
That's
come back.
huge.
That would
Say
be
social
awesome.
distancing is happening. Just freaking
Yeah.
buy property, put up a gigantic screen, and just stream movies on that. Like
And
that,
buy the rights to like a series.
Exactly. Just do that. That would be awesome.
drive-ins
Drive-in
are
movie
literally,
theaters.
are literally the best.
That
Like,
would be huge.
I've never
You
been
guys
to
ever
one.
been
I
to-
want to go
Me
so
either.
bad.
I would love to go.
guys. Every weekend, every summer, I go to New Hampshire, like a lake in New Hampshire since I was little, since I was like 4 years old. There's this, it's called Weir Beach. You go up, there's a nice drive-in theater. You literally pick between all the new movies. There's 2 showings. You get there at 8 o'clock. You sit there in your car and it just plays. You can hop the screens, but like, it's such a cool experience, obviously, to like pull up in your car and like set up on top, get like a blanket and stuff like that. It's such a cool experience. And now with what's happening right now, that's a great market. Like, honestly, I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't know how or where they do that. Maybe like on a beach or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's you just buy land and just put up a freaking projector. Like that's all you have to do, and then just buy rights to getting movies into your movie theater. Like that's literally what you would do, and that's awesome. Like that would be a viable option right now, considering the circumstances that this country is in.
Yeah, I also like Ryan's idea, honestly, about like re-airing or remastering.
Yeah,
I don't know how long remastering takes to do, like, but remastering movies that like I love and I couldn't be able to see because obviously it came out like the 80s, the 70s, the 90s, like Godfather, like those type of movies, like Goodfellas. Like I think that would be a huge market. Like you can take your dad and that'd be a good time, and it would give people time to like let's say the new Fast and the Furious movie. It would give them time to get back on track to make these movies. Obviously, they're all delayed. But I have no clue. I mean, I like
even just like just the whole production. Everything is stopped right now. Like, the show. We're gonna talk about this more next week, hopefully. But the show Outer Banks, like that show just came out, and I loved it. Everything about it, the whole vibe, like made me miss summer. Everything about it. We'll talk about it more next week. But now that season 2 probably won't come out until maybe June next year.
Yeah.
Like that's it just sucks. Like I would love content to be just keep putting out like that. That's even where like music comes in. Different shows on Netflix. Like this is the time where everyone should just be putting content out, because it's just like it's the perfect time. Everyone's home. We're putting content out.
We're doing it, baby.
We're doing it. Like that's what everyone should be doing. So like, I don't know.
We are doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it.
On the train. We're gonna be here.
Yeah. One more thing. We're gonna wrap it up soon, right?
Yeah.
All right. One more thing. You know what? Let's do a little lottery here. What? Last Dance, Kim Jong-un or Telvin Smith? Which one?
I'm gonna cancel out Last Dance because I'm not personally caught up yet.
Got it. We'll talk about Last Dance next week because we have the next 2 episodes are gonna be very good.
They're gonna be deep, bro. Kobe's coming in.
Yeah, it's gonna be solid.
Gotta cry.
Might make me cry.
Kimmy, Rocket Man.
Yeah, I'm down for it. Let's talk about
right.
Kim Jong.
A little Rocket Man. Okay, so as a lot of you know, it's been all over the news. Kim Jong-un had a what was it? Heart surgery?
I don't know what it was. I heard
heart
he
surgery.
had corona.
Yeah, they said he had corona. I mean, the guy's
Let me bring it up.
The guy's a fat shit, but
He's
like,
big.
He's
Fat Kimmy, baby.
God.
Dude, he's thick.
He takes all the food for himself. But he made his first public appearance. There was rumors of him that he was dead. Made his first public appearance in 20 days. I saw a bunch of memes and everything on it, and who's coming up next. And Barstool Bets put up like put something up on Twitter. It was like the odds for the next in line to be the dictator of North Korea, and there was one. Let's see if I can bring it up on Twitter here. Barstool Bets. Here we go. But anyways, Dennis Rodman was on there because he's like good friends with.
He's like our ambassador.
Here it is. Here it is. So it's odds to be the next North Korean leader after Kim Jong-un.
Dennis Rodman?
Kim Yo Jong. He has the best odds. He's at -250. Okay. And then a bunch of other Kims and Paks and Ko's and Lees and stuff like that. Then there's Dennis Rodman, and he is at plus 3,500 to be next in line. The North Korea leader.
I don't like that. That's just
Bro,
I think it's
feel like
hilarious. I think it's
I feel like-
absolutely hilarious.
I feel like Dennis Rodman would be just as scary as anybody in the Kim Jong Un family bloodline. Like,
Oh, without a doubt.
yeah, he's
That
American,
freaks
but
me
he's
out.
like he's a scary dude.
Yeah,
Like
it's,
looking at him makes me genuinely uncomfortable.
How do you
Yeah, it's
how are you
insane.
best buds? He probably has a secret handshake with Kim Jong Un. He probably daps him up, 100%.
Oh, dude, they're boys.
That's so
They're,
weird.
they're absolute boys. Like, I mean, have you ever seen the movie The Interview?
Yes.
Yeah.
With James Franco and Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
That movie is so great because but now that is the full on just like, I don't know, just like personality. I feel like Kim Jong Un has. Like he's just like he could just be like this loose guy who's just bringing hookers and like doing drugs and drinking and riding around in tanks just on his own time. But he just puts up this facade for Dennis Rodman where Dennis Rodman's like, oh, this is my boy. But then in reality, he's absolutely just killing his country.
Yeah, it's just starving he's a great guy. He's just starving his citizens. That's fine.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah,
good
was
The
guy.
he
thing
Joe,
is,
like,
that could
didn't,
all be
like-
just American propaganda too. Like I understand that. Like the things we hear versus the things that happen in real life, I feel like are never the 100% truth, or even close to the 70% of the full truth.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
Kim Jong Un is literally an asshole, maybe, but he could be doing like things that are right. But we don't hear about any of it because it's Kim Jong Un. Why do we want to hear the right
Of
things?
course. Yeah, we have no clue. All we can do as American citizens and speculate, especially with social media. All we can do is speculate. I am not a North Korean citizen. I have nothing to do there. I've never been there. All I can do is speculate. 100%.
Yeah.
All I can do is
Didn't Kim Jong Un like take the first confirmed case of coronavirus in North Korea and literally just like shoot him in the head? Like I heard a
There-
rumor
yeah.
that like
There's
the
a
government
hilar-
like took the first confirmed case and actually like shot them through the head.
There's a
there-
hilarious
there's stuff about
TikTok
that.
of at least like it was the guard of Kim Jong Un and Kim Jong Un, right, just dancing to the song on TikTok, and then this citizen comes up and starts coughing, and then they both look at the citizen, and then this guard just shoots him in the head, and then they just continue dancing.
Dude, like North Korea is like the Wild West. Like if you look at someone the wrong way, you're just getting shot.
Oh, it's like Russia. Russia's terrible.
That's how I equate it. Yeah, Russia and North Korea.
Russia-
Like I
Yeah,
equate,
so
I
it
equate
was
those places to the Wild West.
the surgery he got was heart surgery. And I was like, dude, that surgeon should definitely flee the country.
Oh no, he's
No,
dead
but,
by
like,
now.
I
There's
heard
no
his-
way.
I
You think
heard
he's
his
dead?
sister is even
definitely.
scarier.
No.
I heard that, like, his
I'm
sister is
saying,
even
well,
more
yeah, well,
terrifying.
I'm saying the surgeon
Yeah.
should just flee the country if he's not dead already.
So
Because
what do you think this fucking sister's like then? What do you?
oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea, but I've heard she's even worse than him. Like I can't give you any exact details because, like, honestly, a lot of times when I hear this stuff, it's just like background noise, and I'm not fully paying attention, but I hear bits and pieces. But like, I've heard that like she's even scarier than he is. Like she's more violent. Like she doesn't think about her decisions as long as he does. Like she just acts on emotion,
Yeah,
which like you
it's
don't want to see in a
pretty crazy.
country that's testing so many.
Well, that's what I was
nuclear
scared about with
missiles.
Hillary Clinton. I thought she was gonna act in
Yeah.
emotion all the time.
But
With that, like this products of incest. Both of them, both the sister and him, they're both products of incest, probably.
Oh God,
Do you see the way they act?
Kimmy, what you doing over there?
Do you see his
I thought
haircut?
you were like,
Do you think
I thought you like knew for sure.
Oh God, no, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't talk to
Kimmy,
him.
what is he?
I'm not a
What
pen
is
pal.
what is Kimmy getting into over there?
See, like, look at his hair. There's no way that any normal person would have that haircut. I mean, like,
Yeah.
hey, look at my hair.
I'll talk
I
about my
was
hair.
just gonna
There's
say,
no
Ryan,
barbers,
people
dude.
say that about you too.
You know what, dude?
You say
know
that
what?
about me,
You know what?
not anybody
Maybe
else.
after quarantine, I'm just gonna come back with Kimmy haircut.
You know
Okay?
what?
And
Me, Greg,
I don't want to hear it.
Me
I
and
don't
you
want to hear
both.
it.
Me and you both.
I don't want to
bought.
hear it.
Me and you both.
$20.
Let's go.
$20?
Nah, bro.
$20.
Will was giving me.
How
Will was
much?
gonna give me 50.
Ryan, I'm trying to hear how much.
That's $2.
$20?
That's $20.
No,
It takes
no.
some time to get used to. Right?
Listen,
Like
Will-
the way I put it up, it's 2 on the left and 0 on the right, and then I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's
listen.
Will-
To touch this hair, a lot more money than that to touch this hair. 'cause-
Will was
I'm getting
gonna,
a haircut tomorrow.
Will
What?
was gonna
How?
give me $50 to
Curtin
cut
Carrier.
everything.
Who?
Kurt and Kenny are here.
Kurt and Ken. Oh, okay. Got it.
My uncle Kurt.
Did you guys
Got
hear
it.
me?
His boyfriend is a hairdresser in New York City.
Did you guys hear
Sweet.
me?
What'd you say?
Will was gonna give me $50 to cut trim my beard, and then get a haircut.
Yeah, I think you should definitely do that before you get a webcam.
I definitely am not
boy.
gonna do that.
Yeah, the LA Schmucks.
Zing!
The LA Schmuck spectators have not seen Ryan Hill and what he looks like.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, hey, just look at the Instagram. Just look at the fucking Instagram. It's just
Oh,
basically
man.
me in a nutshell.
LA Schmucks fans haven't seen me without a hat yet.
Yeah.
Take it off.
Hopefully coming next week.
Take it off.
They've like seen it, but like not an extended portion.
Yeah.
Like
Wait,
I'm
you want
actually
to
gonna have a
hear?
haircut.
Can I say something crazy?
Yeah. Say something crazy before we
I
wrap
have-
this thing up.
I have 4 assignments that I have to complete in the next week, and I'm done with college.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow. Wow.
Thanks.
I have one assignment and I'm still procrastinating.
Um,
I don't want to do it, bro.
I
It's
have,
a-
I have a lot left. I have a lot left to do.
I got a good
done
amount.
and-
I got a project to do and stuff. So
I'm
school.
done with. I'm
I'm ready
what's
for
it-
summer.
yeah, so I'm done with college. I just listen. I would get the degree in the mail, and they talked about like the commencement. They said
Yeah.
either winter of what is it? 2021? No,
It's
2020.
Winter 2020.
Winter 2020 or the spring of 2021 in 4 different sessions. So that's
Yeah.
like my class, and then also winter 2020s or the spring 2021.
Gotcha.
So it's absolutely insane. I have
That's
no clue what's
insane.
gonna. But all I care about really is the degree. I'm walking for my
Yeah.
mom. She wants to see. She saw
She wants
3.
to see her baby. She wants to see
Dude,
her
she
baby
saw-
walk across the stage.
Dude, she's seen my mom and dad have seen 3 of their kids, and they have 4. I'm the 4th one. They just
Yeah?
want to, they want to see the 4th one walk across the stage.
Right.
So
But
I think
So
that's it,
before
boys.
before
Yeah.
we go off,
Uh-huh.
we have a little bit of exciting breaking news.
Oh yeah.
So next week, we are gonna have our first official guest, retired pro UFC fighter Ryan LaFleur. He's a good personal friend of mine. We're gonna, give him some questions. We're gonna pick his brain about, the UFC 249 I think is coming up. We're gonna
Yes.
talk to him about his career. We're very excited. I know I'm very excited. He actually
I'm
reached out
pumped.
to me when he heard that we started a podcast. He
Pumped.
lives right across the street from me. Him and I are very, very close. So it's definitely exciting that we're going to be able to have that. And we're excited to bring that to you guys.
Very pumped for that. That's gonna be awesome. If you guys watch this very soon, not sure exactly when we're gonna put this out yet. But whenever it does come out and you guys are watching this, we want to maybe comment on the on the YouTube or message us on Instagram. Maybe what questions you would like us to ask Ryan.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. Just to give us some more ideas. We're doing our research and everything, so excited to have our first real guest on the show. It's going to be exciting. Yep. Just to close out, remember
and
follow us-
utilize our email too. I want
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah.
utilize email as much as we can. I want to
Yeah,
utilize that
exactly.
email. We can pull it up and pull up questions and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah. You want me to say that email or no?
Yeah, give them the email.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
Okay, so the Long Island Schmucks email, the wording is a little messed up, but it is Long Island spelt out, and it's Long Island. It's SHMUCKS 234
our
at
one of our
gmail.com.
fellow. We're not gonna tell you the password, but our fellow schmuck screwed up the actual email and the password.
Okay, we
to
don't talk
that
about that.
email.
Let's not talk about
I-
that.
Yeah, like it's kind of unbelievable.
Okay, I'm
I
sorry. I
just
had a
talked
brain
about it.
fart. I had a brain
This
fart.
is my
It happens.
podcast. I can do whatever I want.
It happens. It happens. But anyways,
Blame it on quarantine.
you can contact us at that email if you want to ask us questions, want to throw some ideas our way.
Do it all. Do it all. Subscribe to the YouTube.
We're open to our listeners, our fans, our viewers, everywhere in between. So remember, subscribe to our YouTube, Long Island Schmucks, like and comment, and turn on those post notifications, and then Instagram.
Follow it.
I don't know where I am on the screen actually. where I am in relation.
Wherever
point
the
to the
social
camera.
media things are,
Wherever the
just
social
look at
media
those.
things, use those right now.
Just
Follow that Instagram, follow the Twitter, like us on Facebook. Do everything you can to help us succeed
It's
and
all
grow.
gonna be in the description of the video, so you guys are.
It's all on the exactly. It's all,
I'll,
No doubt.
I'll get it all done.
all in the description. Thank you guys for listening. Until next week, we'll see you soon, schmucks.
See you guys later.
Thank you.
And
See you
that's
next week. Love you all.
a wrap.